Hello and welcome back to my channel, Craft Time by Casey. I am Casey, and today these are the 4 pairs of earrings that I will be making. Most of the components came from the bargain bead box for the month of November 2023. And if you are interested in the bargain bead box, I will have all the information in the description box below. I highly encourage you to go check them out. And when you do, you want to use my code. That code is Casey2. That's KASI2. And that code will get you $2 off your first month's subscription or $2 off your first order from their website. So if you would like to see how these 4 pairs of earrings came about, then stay tuned. I'm going to start with the tools that I'll be using. I have 2 sets of chain nose pliers, 1 set of round nose pliers, and 1 set of cutters. And I want to briefly mention my tool set. It is the Casual Comfort tool set, and as the name suggests, these are the most comfortable tools that I have found. They are very high quality, very well made, and the biggest thing for me is the size. They are larger and they seem to be made for adult size hands. A lot of times, for whatever reason, jewelry making tools can be quite a bit smaller like this. And these certainly function, but for me, these just feel a lot better. And you can see, of course, the handles are quite a bit bigger too. So I will have my tool set linked down below, along with everything else I use in the video that did not come from the bead box. So for each pair of earrings, I will have one that's already made, and then we will make the matching one together. So this first pair is going to be quite simple, but for me, I wanted this pair to be a little simpler because these charms here with the flower, I just think these are absolutely beautiful and they kind of speak on their own. So I added a simple heart charm, and this is actually part of a toggle clasp. Like I said, I'll have that link down below, but I think these charms here are just absolutely beautiful. So this pair is fairly simple. I'm going to take this 8mm jump ring, open it pretty wide, and then I'm going to put on the charm, and I want to make sure the heart is facing the same direction, and I'm going to close the jump ring. And I'm going to take the ear wire and open up the bottom, and again, you want to make sure it's facing the correct direction and put it right there on the loop. And go right in there and close that loop. Here is the first pair, on to the next. So here is the next pair. And for this pair, I am using this chain right here, just a small piece of it. And I will have this link below. The one thing that I really love about this chain is that it comes in 6 different finishes. And I do use this chain a lot. So the first thing I'm going to do is make the components. And each component is made the same way. I have a flathead pin, and then the bead, and then a 2mm spacer bead. And I'm going to take my round nose pliers and go right in over the top of that spacer bead and bend it just like that. Bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters. And here is the 5-loop connector piece. And I'm going to connect these directly to here, just like that. And then go in there with my round nose pliers and close that loop. Just like that. And all 4 of the bead components are connected the same way. So you're going to connect one just like this on the opposite end, and then the yellow ones right here. Just leave the middle one open and we will meet back up. All right, so here it is with all 4 connected, just like we did that first one. So now we're going to do the center one. I'm going to take a 4mm jump ring and open it. And this is going to be very, very small because I'm only using 4 links of it. So I'm going to connect it to the last link, just like that. So there's only 4 links. And then before I close the jump ring, I'm going to go ahead and put it on that center loop. Just like that. And then I will go in there and close that jump ring. And right now it's just that chain hanging down. And I'm going to take another 4mm jump ring, open it, and put it on the opposite last link. Again, very small pieces, a little awkward, just like that. And then before I close it, you want to make sure this is facing the same way as the front of the link component. Put that on there and close it. Just like that. And now we're very simply going to put on the ear wire. Open it just a little. And again, you want to make sure everything is facing the right direction. Just like that. And then go in and close it back. And here is the second pair, on to the third. All right, and here is this pair. And the first thing we're gonna do is make the two components. So here is the component. There's 2 of the larger mookaite beads with the 1 yellow bead in the center, 4 of the bead caps, and then 1 of the spacer beads on top. And to make the loop, I'm going to put it right here on my middle finger and hold the top of it. And I'm going to go in with my round nose pliers just above that top bead and bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters, and go back in with my round nose pliers and just close the loop. And here is this component. And the other component, of course, ball end pin. Both of these were ball end pins, by the way. The other component has a smaller mookaite bead, the matte ones, with a spacer bead. Bend it back with my fingers, in with the cutters, and close the loop with the round nose pliers. And here is the smaller one. So now we're just putting it all together. I'm going to take a 4mm jump ring, open it, and connect the jump ring to that loop on the bottom, like that. And then connect the larger component and close it. And for the upper component, I'm taking another 8mm jump ring and I'm going into the center of this component and connecting it through that loop at the top, just like this. So right now I'm gonna switch hands so that while it's still open, I can go ahead and connect the component. And then I will close the jump ring. And it should hang pretty freely in there. I'm going to take my ear wire, open it, and connect it to the loop on the top, just like that, and close it right back. And here is the third pair, on to the last one. And here is the last pair. Probably my favorite. So of course I'm using these wire components that came in the box. And one thing I did find when I made this one is that these needed to be adjusted just a little bit. It wasn't too bad, but as far as symmetry goes, to hang these beads at the bottom and have them be right across from each other, top to bottom for the ear wire, they had to be adjusted just a little bit. It wasn't that big of a deal. So I will show you how to make and attach one component, and then all of them are attached the same way. I'm going to use a ball end pin. So the setup is the same on every one of these components, 2 of the matte mookaite beads and 2 of the spacer beads. And the only thing I did as far as the order and the color is I tried to get a variety so that they wouldn't be, the same. So I'm going to go in with my round nose pliers just above that top bead, bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters, and I'm going to put it on this one right here, and then go right back in and close the loop, just like that. So that is how you connect all 5 of them. So here is one, and we will meet back up when we have all 5. All right, so here are all 5 components. We're going to add that ear wire, open it there on the bottom, and you want to make sure it's facing the correct way. As I say this, I'm going to double check. Here we go. And then go back in, close it right back. All right, here is the last pair, and I'm going to set these up on my display so that we can see them all better. All right, so here they are, and I am so happy. I absolutely love these Mookaite beads. They just stand out so well. And I like the variety of these earrings as well. So once again, if you are interested in the bargain bead box, I will have all the information in the description box below. I definitely encourage you to go check them out. And when you do, you want to use my code. That code is Casey2. And that code will get you $2 off your first month's subscription or $2 off your first order from their website. So if you like this video and you want to see other videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and give me a like. Leave a comment. I absolutely love reading my comments. You guys are so kind, and I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.